Hi, welcome back to the video series on uncovering and designing a life you would love living from. I'm Deborah DIppolito. On the first video, we talked about creating a dream, a vision that we could live from every day. And we wrote down what that dream would be. We said if it all worked out and I could create my life to be any way I wanted it, and it's about 3 years from now, what would I love looking forward? And we looked at 4 main domains: health, vocation, relationships, and finances. And then in the second video, we talked about aligning with our core values, picking a dream that would be compatible with who we are as a person, so that as we're living our vision out every day, that we're also living according to a congruent blueprint with our own soul, the things that are important to us. And if you haven't seen those, you can go back and watch those so that you're in line with this video, which is about staying clear. So we're putting together a vision, and it's one that we love living in our health, relationships, vocation, and finances. We're nurturing that as we go forward and taking baby steps in the direction of that vision. We're committing to it. And as we continue to do that, that vision continues to move towards us. And as we expand beyond what's familiar to us, which is known as your paradigm, things can come up. Limitations in your mind, limitations in your thoughts about what is possible for you. And in essence, if it is a dream, it is bigger than anything you've ever created and ever lived before. And also, in essence, the divine knows how to align you to it. Our job is to become active in nurturing that vision every day, committing to it and staying clear so that we're getting inspiration to take action, and we're getting active on it, but mostly that we're in alignment with that vision. So if you've had a life of, as example, A, and now you want to live B, well, in between A and B are different belief systems that you need to adopt. And so as you're becoming this person who's moving into a bigger version of yourself, these belief systems rise up and they speak loudly, and some people call it the ego mind, but it's basically your thought, your energy system, the thoughts that you've held and what they say to you about what's possible for you. It could also be what you've been told, what you've been taught by other people, your environment. But regardless of what it is that those original instructions were, we all have these paradigms that are different than the dream that we'd love to live. And so as we're moving forward, we're going to want to continue to move past those limiting beliefs and thoughts. And sometimes it's not simple. I mean, it's simple, yeah, but it's not easy. So what I'm suggesting in this video is that we're working in this part of the series on talking about remaining clear so that what you want can align with you more of the time. And there are many ways that you can work on being clear or stay clear. And the better you get at it, the easier it is. And then the easier it is, the better you get at it, right? It's just an ongoing process. So teaching yourself to remain clear is part of this journey. And some people go to services, you can take a nap, pray, whatever works for you. I was trained in a program for the law of attraction, and the program that I was trained in, I was taught a wonderful prayer called opono'pono. And if you haven't heard of opono'pono, this is an introduction to that for you. Opono'pono is a Hawaiian traditional spiritual practice where I'm in essence petitioning the divine by saying to the divine, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. I'm sorry that I became disconnected from my connection with you. The essence of my belief system is shrouded. It's foggy. It got covered up by some of my own limiting thoughts about what's possible for me, or I don't feel connected anymore. I'm sorry. And please forgive me for that. Please forgive me for becoming disconnected from what you intended for me to have, which is perfection in this moment. And I love you. I love you. I love you because I am you. In oneness, in essence, we are the divine. We are all. We have bodies, but we are the spiritual substance that we come from. So we are this spiritual love. And so I love you. Thank you. Thank you for restoring me to love. Thank you for restoring me back to the 0 point field that I originated from, which I will return to after I lay this body down. So this practice will, if applied, and you can say these phrases in any order and you can say them silently, they clear out the memories and the data in your cells, basically, in your memory, in your subconscious, of what it is that's in the way of you living the life that you want to live. It is a very powerful prayer. From my own experiment with it, I can definitely say I found it to be a profound tool. And if you'd like to use and experiment with this tool yourself, then you can also see what happens for you. Dr. Hugh Len, who has been written about for using this prayer, he's a spiritual therapist, a Hawaiian spiritual therapist, and his story is on the internet. He was hired because in Hawaii there was a prison of criminally insane inmates, and there was a high turnover. The staff would quit all the time. They'd come in with their backs against the wall, and there were therapists there, but the therapists would quit every month. There would be a different therapist. And so Dr. Len was asked if he could help with these patients. And what he did was he agreed to help, but he never met with the patients one-on-one. He took their file and he looked at the picture on their file, and he cleared on whatever emotions came up for him. If he felt rage, he cleared on it. If he felt sorrow, he cleared on it. One by one, he cleared on every person in that prison. And the prison was eventually no longer needed because the inmates had all healed. And now it's a building used for something else entirely. So imagine what's possible for us by using this tradition, this Hawaiian tradition of opono'pono, in a practice of living our dream life. So I encourage you to make a comment below and talk about what it is that you use to stay clear. And if you need help with any part of this process, designing a life you'd love to live, committing to the vision, coming up with one that's compatible with your core values, and staying clear, you can email me at Deborah DIppolito lifecoaching@gmail.com, and I'd love to help you with any of this process. In the next video, we'll talk about ways that you can get support as you move toward your ideal vision and uncover the dreams in your heart. Thank you so much for coming along. Please hit the like button if this resonates with you, and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to serving you and seeing you again on the next video. Take good care.